I've been following this story of Ethan Couch, and if you don't know who Ethan Couch is, you must be living under a rock somewhere. Well, Ethan Couch is the Affluenza teenager in Texas who was arrested a couple of years ago for driving his father's Ford F-350 at 70 miles an hour through a residential neighborhood while intoxicated. He also had two friends in the bed of the F-350. He was driving 70 miles an hour intoxicated through a residential neighborhood and hit and killed 4 people. And rather than getting any jail time, he got off on probation and was sent to a country club treatment center. The reason he got such a light sentence was because the attorney argued that he suffered from affluenza, meaning that his parents' money had shielded him from any consequences from any of his behavior. So as a result of never having any consequences for his behavior, didn't know right from wrong and had no control over himself. But as you all know now, he had fled the country and has been caught down in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And he is supposed to be extradited to the U.S. and may be charged and tried in the adult court. But the latest is that his lawyer has filed a paper that could delay his extradition to the U.S. for up to 2 months. Whereas his mother is going to be tried as an adult, and her extradition could be much more speedy. But I don't understand what the advantage of having your extradition to the U.S. being delayed and having to sit in a Mexican jail for several more weeks, because I'm certain that the Mexican jail is not like the American jail. I think American jail is probably like the Ritz-Carlton compared to a Mexican jail. And actually, it's probably a good thing that his extradition is being delayed. Let him sit there and frickin' rot in a Mexican jail for a while. And then when he gets to the American jail, he'll think he had it pretty damn good. But the matter of the fact is that this kid's life is ruined. I mean, he can never show his face in public anyway. And they say that if he continues to be dealt with in the juvenile court, that the maximum penalty that he will ever have to pay is to be in jail until March, when he turns 19 and he has to be turned loose. And even if his case gets moved over to the adult court, his sentence or his jail time will probably be like a year maximum, which hardly is punishment for killing 4 people. And there was a kid who was in the back of his truck that got flipped out of there, who was basically a vegetable and lives in a vegetative state, could be that way for many, 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 many years. But the one thing is, like I said, this kid's life is ruined. No one's ever going to want to hire him. My guess is he probably will end up killing himself at some point along the way. And part of it, is he's not entirely to blame for everything. I mean, he is a product of the way he was raised. His mother never disciplined him, ever. His mother and father were the ones that created this monster. And he certainly wouldn't be in the situation that he's in had they kicked his ass every now and then and told him that he was wrong, instead of giving him everything that he ever wanted and protecting him from the consequences of anything he ever did. They raised a monster. And I'm guessing that at the end of this all, that his mother will be spending some time in jail too for helping him escape, violating his probation, and justifiably she should. So I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure that when when you have the means, it's a lot easier to just give your kids whatever the hell they want and to protect them from whatever consequences come down the line by freaking throwing your money around and saving their ass. It takes a lot more effort to teach them some values. And it's hard to sit there and let them face the music, but you got to do it. Otherwise, you freaking raise a freaking sociopath. And this country is full of them. You think that kids who are from poor neighborhoods are freaking out of control and violent? I'll tell you what, there are a lot of kids that live in well-to-do neighborhoods that are just as bad. In fact, when I lived in Florida, a lot of the vandalism that was going on in these gated communities was not outsiders from poor neighborhoods that were vandalizing shit. It was the freaking rich teenagers who were vandalizing their own shit in their own gated communities. Like I said, man, Ethan, you fucked up. Sorry your parents never kicked your ass when you needed it. But now, it's time to pay the piper. Bubba's waiting for you.